everybody. I was told already earlier that do you realize that you're the only thing between the bar and the crowd? So I was saying that let's keep it short, so don't worry. So it's going to be a quick presentation, and then we're going to show a little bit of a demo also here. So my name is Alex, and this here is Jukka Muhonen, head of tech, and we represent a company called Tridify out of Finland, and we're working on automated workflows for BIM. And so today we're talking about, hold on just one second. So Tridify originally is the background. Its company has existed for about 6 years already, and we started working in VR. So mainly we did like VR projects, and that was what we did, and we created applications, nice immersive applications, used Unity mainly on that. And then at some point we realized that okay, in order for these projects to go faster, we need to create automation in our workflow. We started to work on workflow automation from BIM to VR about 5 years ago. And so then when we've been developing that, we realized that, okay, there's probably quite a lot of other people that also would like to use that sort of workflow, so to speed up that. So we actually productized those and launched them about 1 year ago. We launched the automated workflow from BIM to game engines, and although that's kind of I think that we already that helps quite a lot, and it speeds up the process of creating models, so you don't have to remodel everything, and basically you can use the BIM information in your kind of VR work. It's still there's still a couple of things that are missing. So basically you get maybe the workflow squeezed down from 2 or 3 weeks to maybe a day or 2 or even hours. But then, like the gap that we still feel that is missing, it's based on talking to the customers, and they are talking, they basically say that, okay, so how do we do this? So okay, like should we then hire a VR team, or how should we kind of get this to the non-technical users and the end users, so that we can get this valuable feedback from them. And I think that it's really nice actually today that we have, the whole day has been a lot about the high quality photorealistic ray tracing and all these kind of new technologies that are impacting this. And in one way, I think that this is really good that the industry is moving quickly forward, but at the same time, having a background in mobile technologies and working 20 years in the mobile industry, I see that we're a little bit in the same situation. We're talking about these great HoloLenses and everything else, but it reminds me quite a lot about this background where you have a mobile phone that weighed 5.5 kilo, and then suddenly it went to 70 gram. So a little bit the similar type of situation, that it's just about to happen, but it's not yet happening in many ways. And some of these things have been already kind of speeding up, and you can see that this last year has been really, really quick, and all the presentations that have been kind of shown during this day, I think that's kind of a statement that there's big changes that are going to happen. Well, anyway, what we wanted to do is, we're not going to talk about the ray tracing side, but rather, how to bring the BIM model to the kind of end user and the non-technical user in a very, very quick and easy way. And basically, how we feel that it is at the moment is that there's kind of a quite easy way to do it, but you have to involve technical team to it. And what about kind of the idea if we could change that so that you would have the BIM model publishable, instantly available to anyone, everywhere, globally accessible in VR, for instance, on a mobile phone. That's kind of the idea that we started to think about. And when this presentation is not really going anywhere, but no worries, it's okay. We don't need the slides actually. So So basically what I'm talking about is with BIM to web publishing is to have open standards, looking at using IFC, so you could basically bring any BIM software models into the cloud, and you could either choose to publish it and develop it through an application, and basically the traditional application development route is that you bring it to a game engine and then you create a very immersive and nice and light application that you can share on a mobile or something like that. Or then you could choose, more interestingly, an immediate publish to web workflow or a route where you just click and get it as a web shareable link and embed it on the web page, have a URL. So what I'm talking about is really to have a link that you can share over WhatsApp or over Twitter or something like that. So if you think about the end users, we've been talking. I was looking at many of the presentations today, and there was like amazing workflows that looked really, really complicated, both on the game engine side and also on the BIM side. There was like massive different type of things. So obviously from a technical perspective, and there's a lot of BIM experts here, many people that raised their hands that they had Revit background or game engine backgrounds. For those, it's easy to understand, but think about an end user who doesn't have that. How do they experience that? How are you going to explain, the feedback and the information, get the feedback and the information from these type of users that have a mobile phone, but they don't have a big gaming computer that can run, for instance, very big graphics and nice virtualizations. So that's really what we were working on. And instead of kind of explaining more about that, I think that the easiest way is to kind of show you. So this is what we have been working on for the last year, and maybe Jukka here could demonstrate a little bit what we're talking about. Thank you.
Yeah, so I know that I'm the last one here, so let's keep it brief and go a little bit through about how it's done and why it's done really. So if you think about web publishing and web itself, we as a cloud service are providing as easy workflow as you can go to. So basically I just uploaded a couple of my files in here on our cloud service. Now I want to see it on my web page. I have a web publishing link here, and now it's on the web. So that's the only thing what you need to do to get it on your web page. So you have a copyable link which you can open up in a Word of your web page. So one of the things that what you can do with the web page is that you have just one functionality for each use case you have. So you want to send an like easy to use floor plan viewer for your client because he's interested in how the building's going to look. So what we're going to do is just have one application that shows you easily how the floor plan is looking and why the decision have been made to create these kind of floor plans. So that's one use case. Another use case might be that I want to send a link to my friends because they have no clue how to move inside a VR. So what you only can do in this use case is click and move inside the world. View it, that's about it. Now we have actually caught two totally different kind of clientele. So those who have no clue how to use VR and those who understand what the floor plans are. So let's have another one. What about having people that actually understand BIM? So your BIM team is reviewing the whole building and they want to see the BIM data. Well, that's already in there. The same model, same data, just another use case on the web. So this is how you create web pages. Like you create a contact us web page or information about our company. This is how you create also VR now. This is just one functionality that is specifically for this use case and these people what you can want to target. another use case, what we provide. Let's say you have a VR goggles. Only thing you need to do is click on the VR goggle button and you can run it on your Google Cardboard or Vive or any other. So this is how you think about VR now. It's no longer a one thing. It's multiple things for different people. So if I could send that to my friends on Twitter or WhatsApp or whatever, that would be easy. So you just copy the link and that's it. So this is what we are providing now. These use cases are available for you guys in the near future when we are launching it. But think about the way you think about VR after this. They're only web pages now. It's no longer VR really. It's for everybody. Thank you. Is there any questions?
Any questions?
Hi, I'm a big fan from what I'm seeing. I think it's very impressive to be able to publish 3D models online so quickly. I'm just trying to understand we spoke about this a little bit earlier, what are the limitations of that the moment we upload something that's too big or too heavy? How is it gonna optimize that information? Is it gonna start cropping the field view? Is it gonna display only some of the objects? Is it gonna run slower frame rates? What is the sort of boundaries of how much information can we upload in there?
Well, if you think about, this is one model that has actually 3.5 million polygons. So it's not really issue to run it on even your phone without technology. So we don't know actually where the end is currently because we have run about 10 million polygons. It runs okay on a WebGL now without technology. So there is a way to do that without application that we have run into troubles yet, but we'll see. There's ways to what we can do also afterwards. Use like technologies like Umbra or occlusion culling and things like that afterwards if needed. But currently it's just in first phase of showing how we can do this easily. And also, if you want to use all these things on your own, you can also download all these things in Unity or Unreal Engine, work on them in there or WebGL. We provide all the data for you through API, so you can create your own application if you need to. So there's no limit on what you can do with afterwards, after you have created the VR enabled models in our cloud service.
If you want to try this, so on the last page, but I'm not going to jump back to the presentation, but there's at tridify.com/next build, you will actually have the models. You can look at it on your own mobile phones and see that it actually works. So just go to the site and or if you want the WhatsApp, we can send a link.
Yeah, it's also in our Twitter page, so go check it out.
Also, time for one more question. Excellent. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.